I'd like to respond to some of the very important questions raised by the honourable members. In fact, first of all, let me thank all the members for understanding the seriousness and the criticality of an amendment of this nature and therefore supporting the government in this particular amendment that we are bringing, both to the IT Act and also the Finance Act of 2012. One particular question which is very relevant, which was raised by Sri Ahmed Patnaik, saying, is there any confirmation if Keynes, for instance, or Vodafone, that they will not pursue any further appeals or arbitration after the enactment of this bill? I just want to respond to the honourable member that discussions with the litigants will happen after the enactment of this law. And once it is passed, we are confident that they would also find the provisions very useful for them and probably consider taking into consideration what we brought in. Just a few things which I would like to inform the members through you, sir, that the Act itself very clearly builds those provisions. It builds those provisions which therefore goes with the approval of the Parliament. And for anybody who's got to come into this, they will be clear that the Act itself has hardwired those points. What are those? About any interest which has to be paid on those amounts. We are not paying any interest. And that is very clearly part of the Act, and I quote here, sir, provided also that where any amount becomes refundable, in 3 cases, there are some amounts to be refunded. Just for clarity, I can probably even tell you the amounts. There is one which is Kane, which is about 7,879.73 crores, sir. There's another which is Vodafone, which is about 44.74 crores. And a third one which is about 48 approximately crores. These are the only amounts which are with us. Others have gone to the court without having paid anything to the government. So if there is any refund to be done, it is only for these 3. And therefore the Act itself has hardwired it by saying, I quote again from the Act, provided also that where any amount becomes refundable to the person referred to in 5th proviso of the consequence of him, as a consequence of him fulfilling the specified conditions which are in this Act, then such amount shall be refunded to him, but no interest under section 244A shall be paid on that amount. That is very clearly hardwired. And also, we have hardwired again in the Act itself, which gets approval from the House, that they shall withdraw or submit an undertaking to withdraw such appeal or writ petitions in any such form or manner that may be prescribed. So we shall prescribe the format and they will undertake it. And where a said person has already initiated cases, we are very clear, again we are saying he shall either withdraw or shall submit an undertaking to withdraw the claim, if any, in such proceedings or notice, in such form or manner as may be prescribed, which will again be prescribed under the subordinate legislation, the rules or whatever. And then finally again, the said person shall furnish an undertaking in such a form and manner as may be prescribed, waiving his right, whether direct or indirect, to seek or pursue any remedy or any claim in relation to the said income which may otherwise be available to him otherwise. And this is even for agreement entered by India with any country or territory outside India. So these are very clearly, it's a simple amendment, has only 3 different clauses. That sense, there's not very many things, it's not complicated, so people can really understand what has been offered, and I'm sure this will be appealing enough and putting an end to this ghost which we've been carrying all these while from 2012. I seek the support of the House to make India look a very clear, transparent and fair taxation land. And therefore, this whole thing about retrospective amendment, which was brought in, and since then we've been bearing the negativity of this all over the world. The first thing which anyone asks the Honourable Prime Minister is, how long are you going to wait to clear this? And therefore, I am glad to say this bill has come through. Lok Sabha has passed it. I am sure this August House too will consider favourably. And I thank all the members who have spoken so well about this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.